Everyone needs a little kickstart at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so head to Sonic of Harrisonville and kick away the afternoon fog. Grab an ice-cold drink full of caffeine and kickstart your afternoon and evening. The best part, 2 to 4 is happy hour, and drinks are half price. Grab an afternoon snack of cheesy bites or jalapeno poppers, or order on the app for happy hour anytime. Sonic Happy Hour, where you kick away the fog. Also, visit 4ts.com and sign up for the Sonic Kick Return contest.
One of the most important decisions you make is who cuts your hair. Don't trust just anyone. Trust Josh and the crew at Fades. From a simple cleanup to a full cut. Or maybe you need to look extra good for the big game with a design. They will take care of you. Coach Grammer trusts the guys at Fades, and so should you. Located just behind Sonic off McGuire. Go see them today or visit their Facebook to set up an appointment.
Before every big purchase, you have to prepare. Prepare the easy way by calling Harrisonville's Farmers Insurance agent, Brad Sainer. Brad will make sure there are no holes in your coverage and take care of you with any lives mishaps. Prepare for great insurance coverage by calling Brad Sainer at 816-974-8105. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum.
At Rise Community Services, we believe in giving individuals the opportunity to increase their skills, empower their choices, and achieve their dreams. Our team provides opportunities that create perfect lives with inclusive programs connecting individuals to their community.
Hey, I'm Travis. I took a shot with Rise and it was a slam dunk.
All right, welcome back. Lady Knights set to take on the Lady Greyhounds. All right, we get set for battle here. It is the Lady Knights, the 2 seed. They were the runner-up to Drexel last year. Controlled by Windsor. They're going to attack right away. No good. Rebound bounces around. Windsor going to come out of there with it. Picked up by Brumley. She's going to push it ahead. Glass and good by Schuster. And she's got 2 to start it, and it's a 2-0 score. The lead for Lutheran. Martins with good defense there. Going to go back the other way. Good give inside to Martins, no good. Go back the other way, Windsor with it. Gonna bring it up the floor. Right in the paint, no good. That was Arnold on the attempt. Pass it around. Schuster gets it to Martins. Back to Schuster. Brumley over on the wing for Emily. Back out front for Martins. Spins it around Torres. Inside they go. Back outside. Torres fires a 3. No good. Rebound bounces around. Picked up. Brumley with it. Skips it over for Emily. Back to Brumley. Now over on the wing for Schuster. Back out front, spinning around, being patient with the ball here. Back up top, now Brumley with it. Tries to dribble drive, gets cut off, goes up and under, steps on the out of bounds line. Goes back the other way. Triple outside, no good. Up and under, no good. Brumley going to bring it back the other way. Martins tries to get it back out to Torres, knocked away. Up top for Burkholder. She'll fire a 3, no good. Rebound inside. Picked up, that was Danielle Ashby. So now Danielle Ashby has it. Goes over now in the corner for Julia Ashby. Back out for Scott. Back up top we go, Ashby with it. That's Danielle. Into the corner, 3-ball by Harley Arnold, no good. Goes back the other way. Still 2-0 Lutheran. Steal by Windsor. Across the timeline they go with it. Back out front, Burkhalter in the baseline. Dribble drive, now kick out. Top of the key. Burkhalter with it. Get it in the corner, give and go. Harley Arnold. And that was picked up by Julia Ashby. Goes back the other way. With 4:01 to go first quarter and a 2-0 score. Torres now to Martins. Martins spin it around. Inside they go to Torres, no good. Back the other way it goes. Across the timeline, into the corner. Back out front, spin it around. Burkhalter to Danielle. Danielle into the corner now for Arnold. Arnold out of the corner trying to do something with it. Gets it back to Burkhalter. They're going to call the foul on Schuster. Cass Midway Lady Vikings just showed up. There's a steal by Emily. Glass and no good. Rebound by Arnold. That's Harley Arnold in there. Grabs the rebound. Get it in now into the corner. 3-ball from the corner. Good by Schuster. She's got all 5. And it is 5-0. Schuster and Brumley, they both had solid tournaments last year. Remember calling their name quite frequently. 2:45 to go, first quarter. Burkhalter gets it inside. Tied up is Scott. So Burkhalter to Scott. Jump ball going to stay with the Lady Greyhounds here. Three ball in the way by Burkhalter, no good. Rebound by Emily. She gets it out of there and then loses the handle, knocked out of bounds, I believe, by Scott. 2:33 to go here in the first quarter. 5-0 our score. Have it on the wing. We go inside Schuster, inside to Emily. Emily is fouled by Danielle Ashby. So Danielle Ashby with it. So stays 5-0 after the first miss by Emily. Second one is good. Make it 6-0. Get it to the elbow, no good. Ball knocked away. Scrum for it on the floor. Brumley comes up with it. Come back the other way they go with it. So 6-0 the score. Free throws coming up. First one is good. Make it 7-0. Mankin. Kate Mankin second is good. And it's 8-0. A whistle, and we got a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick 30 ourselves. We'll be back after this.
Are you traveling far and wide looking for someone to service your vehicle and get new tires? Stop. The best place is right around the corner at Tilden's Quick Lube and Tire in Holden. Right on 58 Highway, they can get you in and out in no time and treat you like family. With 15 years in the business, Charlie and his staff will make sure you get taken care of honestly and fairly. So next time you need service, save the time, gas, and travel around the corner to Tilden's Quick Lube.
1:56 to go here, first quarter. 8-0 our score. Windsor set to throw it in here. Get it into Danielle Ashby. She gets it ahead. Across the timeline they go with it for Betsworth. Danielle Ashby tries to get it off and knocked away there. Malie Varner. Mally. Get it? Dang it. Sorry, that is Julia Ashby. Now a steal back the other way. Good. First 2 points of the game for Brumley. And it's 10-0. 5-second call with 1:15 to go. Arnold and Burkholder check back in. 1:15 to go here in the first half of play. First quarter, I should say. 10-0 to score. 1:12 to go. Get it into Emily. Spin it around for Mankin. 3 ball on the way by Torres. No good. Rebound by Lutheran and taken away with 1 minute to go. They get it off for Daniel. Ahead for Burkholder. Baseline. Arnold. Harley Arnold. First points of the game for Windsor, makes it 10-2, and she's got an and one opportunity with 52.6 seconds to go here in the first. Free throw is no good. Going to go back the other way with a 10-2 game, 45 seconds to go. Put it off on the wing. Torres goes inside with it. Back out front they go. Mankin knocked away. They tried to get it to Schuster. Plinkovic. So Plinkovic in the ball game inside. She gets fouled right there. That is Julia Ashby with the foul. So 33.9 to go, 10-2 the score. Plankovic gets it in. Little dribble drive thought about. Now they get it up front. Emily with it over to Mankin. Knocked out of bounds by Burkholder. Schuster set to pass it in here. Then they spin it around, making Mankin now into the corner. Emily back out front. Schuster with it. She's going to dribble, drive, floater, no good. 10-2 still the score. Going to go back the other way. Went out of bounds, so we'll have a pass in here. Burkholder from half court, no good, and we go to the end of the first. 10-2 is our score. We'll be back right after this.
Everyone needs a little kickstart at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so head to Sonic of Harrisonville and kick away the afternoon fog. Grab an ice cold drink full of caffeine and kickstart your afternoon and evening. The best part, 2 to 4 is happy hour, and drinks are half price. Grab an afternoon snack of cheesy bites or jalapeno poppers, or order on the app for happy hour anytime. Sonic Happy Hour, where you kick away the fog. Also, visit 4ts.com and sign up for the Sonic Kick Return contest.
All right, we go to the second quarter, 10-2 our score in this one. Lutheran leads it by a score of 10-2. So we got the second quarter coming up. It's going to be Lutheran ball coming out. Schuster passes into Brumley. Across the timeline, Mankin loses the handle on that, and it goes out of bounds. It's going to go back the other way. Mankin, just a freshman. Her and Plinkovic have had some playing time in there, getting the youngsters involved. Get it in, and Schuster is going to get the steal after the deflection. Plinkovic going to take it and bring it across the timeline. Off for Brumley. She'll fire a three. Misses that one. Schuster right there with the putback, though. Makes it 12-2. So Schuster has 7 in the ball game. 7 of the 12. Burkholder gets it in. Dribble drive cut off there by Varner. Varner's dribble drive is cut off, I should say. Jumper by Scott, no good. Rebound, kick out. Burkholder. Jumper, no good. Gonna go back the other way. Brumley gonna push it coast to coast. Cannot get it to go, but we'll go to the free throw line for 2. So Brumley at the line for a pair, with 7:02 to go here in the first half. First one by Brumley, no good. One more to go here. Second one, no good. Martins with the putback, though. She was the right place, right time. Make it 14-2 after 2 missed free throws by Brumley. Ball in the backcourt is Arnold. Gets it across and through the hands of Burkholder. And with 6:48 to go first half, it is 14-2 the score. Brumley over to Martins. Martins looking inside. Now goes top of the key. Spin it around in the corner for Schuster. Schuster looking in the corner now to Martins. Back top of the key for Brumley. Brumley to Mankin. Mankin's got it. She carried on that one. And that will be a turnover. Back to Windsor with 6:25 to go. 3 more games coming up tonight. call the foul on Brumley there. We have Chilhowie Lady Indians versus Midway Lady Vikings after this one, and then we'll have the Drexel Lady Bobcats against the Miami Lady Eagles at 7, and then at 8:30 the nightcap we'll have the Drexel Bobcat boys and the Chilhowie boys in that one. We'll have a special guest for that one on the bucket by Brumley there. Makes it 16-2. Guest host, I should say, of the program tonight on the 8:30 contest will be Coach Josh Gordon, the Lady Bobcats coach for Drexel, will be up here to call the action. Little dribble drive by Danielle Ashby, and I believe she's going to go to the line for a pair. So Danielle Ashby at the line for 2. Oh, sorry. It's Julia Ashby at the line. First one no good. One more to go. Second one coming up. Goes up. It is good. Rattles home. Make it 16-3. Juliet Ashby's second free throw. That one is tipped right inside to Martins. Martins losing the handle on it, though, and it's going to go back the other way. Danielle Ashby with the ball. Gets it off on the wing to Burkholder. Burkholder going to go inside for Scott. She cannot knock it down out of bounds off the fingertips of Martins, and it'll be Windsor ball with 5:11 to go first half. 3 ball out at the top of the key. Burkholder, no good. Martins with the rebound to Schuster. Schuster ahead to Brumley. Brumley going to take it across and then hand check foul there. You just got to put the arms up and gets the foul called. That was Danielle Ashby. Brumley can't get it to fall, but we'll go to the line. She's got 4, but she's 0 for 2 from the free throw line here tonight. Free throw no good. One more to go. Daniel Ashby checks out as Harley Arnold checks back in. Second free throw, Brumley, no good. Martins with the putback, no good. The third attempt by Plinkovic is no good, and she'll go to the free throw line with 4:57 to go here in the first half. She's able to rattle that one home. She slammed that into the front of that rim, made it roll up, over, and in. Make it 17-3. Second one, good. 18-3. Across the timeline they go. Or score. Windsor with the ball. As it Burkholder to Arnold inside. She goes for Julia Ashby. She goes inside for Harley Arnold, who is fouled by Plinkovic. And she'll go to the free throw line. Will Harley Arnold, 4-2. First free throw is good. One more to go here. 19-3 is our score. Oh, sorry, 18-4. Good point out by my son there. I was going the opposite way. 18-4 is the score. Second one, no good. Put it back, no good. Glass and good by Brumley. And it's 20-4. Head they go. Back out top. Burkholder. Now to Arnold. Back top of the key, Burkholder. Or sorry, that is Varner. Now back to Arnold. To Varner. Up top, Burkholder. Try to get it in. Now they go. .334 to go after the turnover there by Windsor. Brumley going to bring it back up. 20-4 is the score. And off on the wing. Loses the handle. Brumley in there fighting for it. Press break action for Windsor here, trying to get it in. They get it in to Scott. Gets it back for Betzworth. She's going to dribble it across the timeline all the way to the basket. Loses the handle on the way. Out of bounds. Going to be Lutheran ball. 20-4 the score with 3:10 to go here, first half. Up front. Basket. Out of bounds. Back the other way. Brumley across the timeline. Corner for Torres. She's going to dribble under. Tries to get it to Martins off of Windsor, out of bounds. With 2:46 to go here in the second quarter. Get it into Martins, out to Brumley. Brumley going to dribble drive. Glass no good. Rebound inside by Scott. Scott gets it off to Varner. To Burkholder. Burkholder to Varner, inside they go. Foul inside with 2:28 to go. Julia Ashby at the line. First one, good. She got one more to go here. 20-5 our score. Stays 20-5. 2:22 to go here in quarter number 2. To the corner. Emily with it. Back out for Paklovic. Now into the corner. Ball knocked away. .206 to go 20-5 is our score. Try to get the ball in, get it over on the wing. Top of the key is Torres. Spinning in the corner for Brumley. Brumley inside. Spin move in the paint. No. Knocked away. 1:50 to go here in the first half of play. They get it in. Varner back to Bettesworth across the timeline. Scott underneath. Knocked away. 1:43 to go. First half. 20-5 is our score. Bettesworth in to Varner. 3-ball no good. Rebound by Torres. Loses the handle on it. Gets it back. Hands off for Brumley with 1:35 to go. Brumley can bring it up across the timeline. Gets it over on the wing. Back to Brumley. She's thought about a three. Gets picked. Goes top of the key with a dribble. Goes over on the wing for Emily. Emily back out front for Plinkovic. Plinkovic back top of the key. Torres back the other way with it. Back up front. Dribble drive by Brumley. 3-ball from the corner, no good. Knocked away. There'll be a 1-on-1 situation for Julia Ashby here. She's 2 for 4 from the line with 1:05 to go in the first half. Schuster checks in. Rebound, now kickoff on the wing. Across the timeline we go with it. Ball up and in. 4-2 by Torres. 22-5, ball out of bounds with 47.5 to go. Ball tossed in. Offensive foul called on Schuster. Ball on the floor. Foul called on Brumley, I believe. So Schuster has 2, and I think Brumley now has 2 as well. 22-5 is our score with 43, and that is the second one on Brumley. One more to go here. Second one no good. Rebound. Out of bounds with 41 seconds to go. 22-5 is our score. Brumley has it in the backcourt. Going to bring it up with 38 seconds to go. Get it off for Schuster into the corner. Back out on the wing. Top of the key. Brumley has it. Into Torres. Torres 3-ball, no good, a little bit long. Burkholder with the rebound. Tied up by Brumley with 21.5 seconds to go. Schuster gets it in for Torres out front. Brumley spinning around all the way to Schuster in the other corner. No, Brumley, no. She's fouled though, and she will go to the free throw line. She is 0 for 4 from the line tonight, has 6 points on the night. So Brumley at the line to shoot a pair. Free throw is good, knocks her first one down, 23-5. Second free throw coming up. 24-5 our score. Cross timeline they go with it. Little dribble off her foot out of bounds back to Lutheran here with 6.5 seconds to go. Cross the timeline, Brumley kick it in the corner. Schuster, jumper, no. And that'll do it for the first half. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this.
One of the most important decisions you make is who cuts your hair. Don't trust just anyone. Trust Josh and the crew at Fades. From a simple cleanup to a full cut. Or maybe you need to look extra good for the big game with a design. They will take care of you. Coach Grammer trusts the guys at Fades, and so should you. Located just behind Sonic off McGuire. Go see them today. Or visit their Facebook to set up an appointment.
Before every big purchase, you have to prepare. Prepare the easy way by calling Harrisonville's Farmers Insurance agent, Brad Sainer. Brad will make sure there are no holes in your coverage and take care of you with any lives mishaps. Prepare for great insurance coverage by calling Brad Sainer at 816-974-8105. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum-ba-dum.
At Rise Community Services, we believe in giving individuals the opportunity to increase their skills, empower their choices, and achieve their dreams. Our team provides opportunities that create perfect lives with inclusive programs connecting individuals to their community.
Hey, I'm Travis. I took a shot with Rise and it was a slam dunk.
Are you traveling far and wide looking for someone to service your vehicle and get new tires? Stop. The best place is right around the corner at Tilden's Quick Lube and Tire in Holden. Right on 58 Highway, they can get you in and out in no time and treat you like family. With 15 years in the business, Charlie and his staff will make sure you get taken care of honestly and fairly. So next time you need service, save the time, gas, and travel around the corner to Tilden's Quick Lube.
All right, welcome back. 8 minutes before we get to second half action. Let's run down the first half stats for you. KC Lutheran girls will lead it 24-5 in this one. They led 10-2 after one. They outscore Windsor 14-3 in the second to take a 24-5 lead. Scoring-wise for Windsor, 3 from Arnold, 2 from Julia Ashby, and leading the way for Lutheran is 8 points from Becca Brumley, 7 from Haley Schuster, and then a pair from Mankin, Plinkovic, Torres, and Martins, and then a single from Emily on a free throw. And that score again is 24-5. A 10-2 first quarter, a 10-0 run to start the game for Lutheran, and then a 14-3 second quarter, and that shows us where we're at the half. 24-5 is the score. We're going to take another timeout, an extended timeout. You may see the court at some point with no audio. Don't adjust your screen. It is not anything that is audio related. We will just be taking a breather ourselves. So we'll see you back here in about 6 or 7 minutes.
Everyone needs a little kickstart at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so head to Sonic of Harrisonville and kick away the afternoon fog. Grab an ice cold drink full of caffeine and kickstart your afternoon and evening. The best part, 2 to 4 is happy hour, and drinks are half price. Grab an afternoon snack of cheesy bites or jalapeno poppers, or order on the app for happy hour anytime. Sonic Happy Hour, where you kick away the fog. Also, visit 4ts.com and sign up for the Sonic Kick Return contest.
One of the most important decisions you make is who cuts your hair. Don't trust just anyone. Trust Josh and the crew at Fades. From a simple cleanup to a full cut. Or maybe you need to look extra good for the big game with a design. They will take care of you. Coach Grammer trusts the guys at Fades, and so should you. located just behind Sonic off McGuire. Go see them today or visit their Facebook to set up an appointment.
Before every big purchase, you have to prepare. Prepare the easy way by calling Harrisonville's Farmers Insurance agent, Brad Sainer. Brad will make sure there are no holes in your coverage and take care of you with any lives mishaps. Prepare for great insurance coverage by calling Brad Sainer at 816-974-8105. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum.
At Rise Community Services, we believe in giving individuals the opportunity to increase their skills, empower their choices, and achieve their dreams. Our team provides opportunities that create perfect lives with inclusive programs connecting individuals to their community.
Hey, I'm Travis. I took a shot with Rise and it was a slam dunk.
Are you traveling far and wide looking for someone to service your vehicle and get new tires? Stop. The best place is right around the corner at Tilden's Quick Lube and Tire in Holden. Right on 58 Highway, they can get you in and out in no time and treat you like family. With 15 years in the business, Charlie and his staff will make sure you get taken care of honestly and fairly. So next time you need service, save the time, gas, and travel around the corner to Tilden's Quick Lube
All right, welcome back. Third quarter action, 24-5. Hey, be careful. I don't want you to fall off there. I got Coach Gordon up here with me. We'll bring him on in a few minutes as we get started in the second half. 24-7 the score in this one. Or, sorry, 24-5. It's a barn burner. So, 7:37 to go. We get this one in. No good on a couple of attempts. And the third time's a charm for Scott. She knocks it in. Makes it 24-7. Go down here. And I'll bring in Coach Gordon. And, of course, you know, obviously, Coach Gordon, you love this tournament, named after your father, so that's pretty awesome that you get to be a part of that. And you're going to join us tonight. You're going to broadcast the last game. You get to broadcast my game, which will be fun for you.
We'll see how that goes. I've never done that before, but I do know the game of basketball, and I knew you guys would be a little short-handed. So, and I know the Drexel roster. All I got to memorize is yours, so we'll be good.
Well, and who knew? Hey, I got 6. So
I know,
that's
what I'm
very
saying.
long.
That's what I'm saying.
You know, and who knew that, you know, Santa Claus had a date after Christmas?
I know.
I didn't know that he had visits right after Christmas. So.
He stopped by our practice yesterday and let us know all about it, so that's what kind of got my mind turning. So, but no, I'll do the best I can, but I make no promises.
So we've got the Lady Greyhounds taking on the Lady Knights. Lady Knights you played against last year in the championship game of this tournament.
Yep, they made it to the finals last year, and we were able to come away with that victory. Becca Brumley is probably the leader of that team, does a really good job.
Yeah, and, you know, they got kind of a good 1-2 punch with Brumley and then Schuster.
Yep.
Scoring-wise, there's a putback. A little more aggression out of the Lady Greyhounds in this second half here. And now Arnold hits the deck pretty hard. Back the other way, Schuster, as we just mentioned her. They're going to call her for the offensive. That's her third foul. What do you do? I know that you're a girls coach, so in those girls games, what do you do when you're struggling offensively, kind of like Windsor is right now?
Yeah, I mean, you know, defense doesn't take nights off, so that's what I preach all the time is bring the energy. And it looks like Windsor came out at halftime with a little bit more energy than they brought the first half, which as a coach, that's kind of what you're hoping for.
And there's a turnover by the Lady Greyhounds. 24-8 is our score. It was 24-5 at half. Going to go back the other way with it. Brumley across the timeline gets it over to Emily. She's got it on the wing. Looking to do something with it. It's going to skip it over to Schuster. Top of the key, Brumley. Thought about a three. Now to Emily. She'll fire the three. No good. A little bit short on that one. Fight for it inside. Scott from the Lady Greyhounds is going to come up with it. She gets it off for Danielle Ashby. And it's thrown back at her by Schuster. And then off the foot of Danielle Ashby out of bounds. Going to go back the other way with 5:36 to go here in the third quarter.
Yeah, and Windsor just isn't getting those breaks that Lutheran's getting on those, you know, those 50-50 balls is not breaking down to 50-50 right now for Windsor. So if they can get a couple more of those, they'll be a little bit better off this half.
Absolutely. Brumley on the miss. They get it back out on an offensive rebound, though. Emily to Brumley, back to Emily. They get it inside to Martins. They have not worked through her much this ball game. When they have, it has been pretty good. There's a three, good by Schuster. We talked about her. We talked about Brumley, and there's Schuster shows a range for a three and makes it a 27-8 game.
Yeah, you've got to guard those two girls. They can shoot it from out there, and if they get hot, you got to watch out.
So a little dribble drive by Arnold. Kicks it back out. They get it to Scott, top of the key, Burkholder, over into the corner for Harley Arnold, who cannot knock it down. Rebound goes to Schuster, and it's going to go back the other way. Across the timeline they go. Glass no good, and is fouled from behind by Harley Arnold, and Brumley will go to the free throw line. She's got 8 in the ball game, but just 2 of 6 from the free throw line.
You know, that was a really good defensive play if she would have kept her hand off of her. I think that's what got the foul there.
I know I've been taking notes. You know, the officials will have and see with the hands up or a couple of the games. I kind of felt like they were letting them kind of hand check a little bit, but we talked about that off the air about, you get into situations where your kids get comfortable doing that, and then the official next game's going to call it, then you get in trouble.
Well, and, and nobody can ref all these games and officiate all these games in the tournament. So, we're switching officials here. These will be the officials for the night game. So.
Well, and I'll tell you what, you got two of the three out there I know, and Langston Parker, and then you have Carlos Boyd out here. Those two have been reffing for a long time. They do a really good job controlling the game.
Yep.
So it's good to see you. You've had some solid officials. Rob Russ was here a little bit ago.
Yep.
Seen him being official for years. So you've got some veteran officials, which is going to be good for a tournament like this.
Yeah, and as we get deeper and deeper into that, I think it'll show. Well, when things start getting a little bit more intense as you get into closer to the semifinals and finals, and you need those veterans out there. So
absolutely. 28-11, 3:50 to go after the three by Burkholder. I was glad to have somebody do. I've been talking to myself all day. It's nice I can actually talk to somebody else while we do the broadcast.
No, I'm with you. I will tell you, though, that – it did fall. I will tell you that Windsor did come out with a little bit more aggression here. So
I like to see that a little bit more fire. They only had 5 in the first half. They got 11 already for the game now.
Already beat their first half output.
And I'll tell you, they struggle. The game before this, the shots struggled to fall. In that Kingsville and Windsor boys game.
Yep.
30-11 the score. Brumley going to fire a 3. No, up and over it goes. I talked to Coach Hare after his game. They lost a close one, in the first game, and I said, how much do you feel like that the time that you played in that game affected? He goes, a lot.
Yeah.
He goes, I've talked about that in the first couple of games, lower scoring games, and you felt like the fire wasn't there. The kids it's taking them a while to kind of figure it out, but that's the joy. That's what I love about these holiday tournaments. Yeah. You can play it any time. And what I like what you guys have done here after the miss by Burkholder, the putback by Daniel Ashby, no good, out of bounds, going to go back to Lutheran. What I like you guys have done is there's not really a small class holiday tournament around the Kansas City area.
Right.
And I like that you guys have that now because a lot of the Kansas City area schools don't play over the holidays.
Right.
Except for the 12 courts of Christmas, which is a one-game deal.
Which we actually participated in this year. We played there last Saturday, and I guess the Saturday before Christmas. But and that's its own animal. But, no, it is good to get those Class 1A schools and to a smaller schools to play.
Everyone needs a little kickstart at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So,
but also good competition, and I love holiday tournaments. So
I do too. Three ball is good by Varner, and we talked about it. We've got an offensive onslaught here to start the second half. Both teams struggled a little bit in the first half, and a lot of points going down here in the second half. I was telling people in one of the earlier games, probably the premier holiday tournament in the state of Missouri is in Springfield in the blue and gold. And I love that tournament because you have everywhere from Class 2 to Class 6 playing each other, and it's 2 16-team brackets. And I'm sure you guys have talked about it. Maybe in the future of growing, it'd be awesome. You got the facility to be able to have a 16-team tournament.
We have discussed that, and it's the logistics of it. More officials, all those sort of things. But I think that we talked about it even last year. I think really we're looking at maybe another year under our belts after this. Maybe year 4, looking at something like that. Just to see and kind of gauge the interest too and see what's out there. Because, I think we drew a lot better today than we did the first day last year. There's been a lot of fans here, and I think people are enjoying it. Word's getting out, and it takes a couple years to get it off the ground.
Schuster with a little put back. It is good. It's 37-16. The offense has heated up for both sides. 21-point lead now for the Lady Knights. Get it over on the wing. Back out front they go. As we got a minute to go here in the third quarter of this one. Ashby goes into Ashby, so Danielle into Julia, and back to Danielle. Elbow jumper by Cook, no good, and a rebound back the other way it goes, and Brumley going to bring it up with a 21-point lead and throws that one away. Those are the tosses you don't like as a coach, the cross-court, full-court passes.
Yeah, no, it's some of my girls. By the time you see that they're open, they're not open anymore. If you can't anticipate that pass, it's not going to work.
Talk about anticipation. That's the one thing. One of the things, I got 3 basketball players that have played substantial amount, and then I've got a couple of guys on my team that are new. They don't have that basketball IQ yet, and that's what I try to teach them. I go, you got to anticipate where you got to throw to where he's going, not throw it when he gets there.
Yep.
And it just to sometimes when you do see the light bulb and when they do hit those are fun growing moments for sure.
Well, you saw Lutheran in the first half running that flex cut, and they kept running it over and over again. But what they ended up doing was throwing it after they were open, and they would catch it coming away from the basket, and those are really hard to finish. Then when they started throwing it a little bit earlier, they were able to score in that second quarter. So, but the only way to get basketball IQ is play basketball, watch basketball. It takes time.
And that's what I've said about my team all year is, we're going to have some growing pains this year, but I'm getting kids valuable minutes at the varsity level, even though we are not winning those basketball games. They're getting varsity experience. So now when they're a sophomore, they've got all that varsity experience, so I'll feel better about it. Foul on the way by Danielle Ashby, and Brumley going to go to the free throw line. She is going to shoot her 9th and 10th free throws of the evening. But the problem, she is only 3 out of 8 so far. You got to want to knock those down in close games.
Yeah, you were talking earlier, too. You were talking about Miami's coach, and that 10 o'clock game on opening day is always really tough in a holiday tournament, and you never know what you're going to get. But I thought both teams played pretty solid and for being a 10 a.m. game on Christmas break. And a lot of people haven't even practiced since, Wednesday before Christmas. So,
well, and that was what, we talked about. We actually were able to get in the gym yesterday, which was nice for a couple hours, just to get their feet underneath them, because honestly, we didn't do anything the week before that. When you only have 6 kids,
yeah,
you got to give them their legs a little bit of a breather too. So everybody got some family time last week, and that's where we're at. We're going to take a timeout. We'll be back with more right after this.
Everyone needs a little kickstart at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, so head to Sonic of Harrisonville and kick away the afternoon fog. Grab an ice cold drink full of caffeine and kickstart your afternoon and evening. The best part, 2 to 4 is happy hour, and drinks are half price. Grab an afternoon snack of cheesy bites or jalapeno poppers, or order on the app for happy hour anytime. Sonic Happy Hour, where you kick away the fog. Also, visit 4ts.com and sign up for the Sonic Kick Return contest.
All right, welcome back. 38-16 our scores. We go to the fourth quarter, a 22-point contest. Now, see, you guys got a goal in your games coming up here tonight. You got to make sure that we don't start till after 9 o'clock, because if we start, I bet Braxton, my son, I bet him a Powerade that if we weren't going to start till after 9 o'clock. He thinks we'll start before 9. So we'll see how it goes. We're starting the fourth quarter. We're going to maybe get back on track a little bit here.
Well, if things go the way I hope they go for Wheeler tonight, we will delay it a little bit. She has a chance to get her 2,000th point tonight. So,
see, I had an ace in my back.
He probably
pocket.
didn't know that. You probably didn't share all that information with him. I wouldn't have.
So, here we go. On the wing with it is Arnold, and Harley Arnold tries to get it inside to Julia Ashby, and a tie-up called.
I like to see him at least try to get it to the box there. A little bit of inside out.
Get it outside. This is, I get the Ashby girls. It's Danielle and Julia. You get 2 of them out there on the same time. You got to go by first names. Brumley, no good. Misses that one. She's mad at herself that she missed that one. And it's going to go out of bounds and back to Windsor with 7:20 to go here in the fourth quarter. So 38-16 is our score, 22-point contest in this one. Lutheran's been in control throughout. Both teams looked more solid offensively in that third quarter than in the first half. Both teams running offense, and there is a steal by the freshman Macon. And they're going to call her for the offensive foul.
Yeah, she's going to be a good ball player. She's sometimes her freshman basketball IQ shows up, talking about basketball IQ earlier, but she's going to be a good ball player for them. She'll be one of those girls at the end of the season, be completely different than she is tonight.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I love about the freshmen I've got playing is being able to see them grow as Brumley gets a steal coast to coast, no good, and a rebound picked up back the other way it goes.
you know, as a coach, we're always watching game film, we're always watching the games, doing the scouting, and Windsor's playing a lot of young girls too. They've got a lot of seniors, but if you notice on the floor, they're usually 2 or 3 sophomores are out there at the same time. So,
And I've seen that with a couple of teams today. Another example was the Kingsville boys game. There was a couple of times, and I think it was more foul trouble than anything, but he had 3 freshmen and 2 sophomores out there at one point. And
they got real young real fast.
And that's how you grow it a little bit.
You know, we took our bumps 2 or 3 years ago when this group of girls were freshmen and sophomores and winning 8 ball games, and it kind of turned around last year when we got 19 and a district title, and this year we got 6 seniors. But if they don't go through all those bumps as freshmen and sophomore, then they don't get to where they were as juniors and seniors. So,
absolutely. So 6:05 to go here in the fourth. 38-16 lead. 3 ball on the way, no good. A little bit short by the Lady Greyhounds. Picked up, and Mankin going back the other way with it. She's going to dribble, hit it to the corner for Schuster. A little bit short on that one. Rebound by Scott of the Lady Greyhounds, and back the other way we go with it. Danielle Ashby with it in the backcourt.
I think you'll see some of those shots start falling in the second round of this game. A lot of these girls, like you said, they haven't even touched a basketball since maybe Wednesday before Christmas. Some of them probably shot around yesterday. But I know, like, our boys didn't practice yesterday. There was a lot of them going out of town and things like that. So that is also the fun part of a holiday tournament. You never know what's going on.
Or I'll tell you that, or you never know who you're going to have. I had a situation myself, actually. My senior that was up here talking to me at halftime, his family is on a vacation in Florida in this whole week, and he was originally going to be gone, and he's got an outside shot at 1,000 points. With his average that he's got now, he's got to average about that the rest of the year, and it dropped where he has to average about 1.5 points more than he did. He had
Can't afford to miss any games.
So he was talking about it. He said, Coach, he goes, I thought about it. He goes, here's the thing. He goes, I may not get 1,000 points, and that's totally fine. He goes, but I'll always have more vacations. And he goes, I'm not going to have more games. So, and he goes, and I would hate it to get to 950 points and knowing I missed 3 games and see how it goes. So he ended up staying. So his parents are in Florida. I actually got a text from his mom a little bit ago, and she was like, hey, just make sure that he's doing all the appropriate things, would you, please? And I said, yeah, he'll be fine. But that's one of the things. I know last year Sheldon's coach, Jacob, I can't think of his last name.
You're better with names than I am, but I know who you're talking about.
He went to Verona. Well, when he was here last year, he had 3 starters gone that were on a skiing trip.
Yeah.
And he was like, I can't believe they're going on. I was like, yeah, but, if they didn't know, they got into that tournament maybe a little bit late. Could be one of those situations. So, yeah, you never know what you're going to get in the holiday tournaments. Kids end up leaving or something like that for a vacation, and teams don't look the same. Kind of like shootouts in the summer.
Yes.
You're always like, man, we beat so-and-so by 25 in the shootout, and then you play in the regular season and they beat you by 10. You're like, how'd that happen? Well,
come to find out they were missing 2 25-points-a-game scorers or something like that. So, yeah, you're right.
Exactly. 38-18 our score right now.
But it is a juggling act for families and athletes, and, they get so much time off. Parents get different times off, and you have to be understanding. We did have a practice yesterday, but 2 of my girls weren't there because they had family commitments with Christmas, and you just got to do what you think is right and use some common sense and go from there. And last year we were actually missing our second leading scorer because of COVID, and we were going to be missing one of our defensive specialists. But when she found out the other girl had COVID, she decided not to go on the trip with her parents. So I thank her for that because we were able to win it. But it is a juggling act for sure.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's what I needed. I think I needed that week off almost as a coach as much, especially because I coached junior high. And, with the smaller schools, you guys have the luxury of having the Ox Gym down there, the South Gym. We don't have that. We got one gym, and so our junior high season is before the high school season. So I coached the junior high season. So I've been in coaching since mid-September. And I was like, I need to take a breather, and I think Mama needed me to have a breather too.
Yeah, that's what I always tell people at the athletic banquet is people don't understand coaches' wives because they have to put up with a bunch of stuff. Not only is it a long season, but there's a lot of video, a lot of late nights. We worry about stupid things that most fans don't think about, and our wives get to worry about it with us too. So
yeah, and the bad part of that is when you have a wife that's also an administrator.
Yeah.
Then you really get dicey when she's got an event and I've got an event on the same night. So
yeah.
40-18 our score here, 3:55 to go in the fourth quarter. Bucket no good. Rebound by Lutheran.
This is the part of the game where a lot of times it's hard to stay super aggressive, but Lutheran just did a good job on that flush cut there.
And this, if you have good kids and kids that work and to know to work on things in these situations, like you said, it can get complacent or it can get discombobulated and just nasty looking. But they've done a really good job in this game, and that was, like you said, the flex cut. I think that was was that 23? Who was that? Oh, that's 12.
Yeah.
12, who hasn't played much, Alber, and got the 2 points, didn't get the free throw. But, again, it gets her a free throw in a game situation.
Yep. You never know when you might need that.
Torres can't knock it down. Rebound by Scott. Going to go the other way. Cross timeline into the corner. .323 to go here in the fourth. The ball inside, back out. Dribble over on the wing is Betzworth. Gets it off for Arnold to, we got a new one in the game here. That was Hawkins. See, here's the good news for you. Even if they empty the bench in the last game, you're going to know all the kids.
That's exactly
right. And I'm only going to have 6, so once you get my 6 names down,
well, that's what I was going to tell you. I didn't want to say it out loud, but I did take a look at your lineup, and that's why I volunteered. So I figured I could figure out 6. Maybe not in the first quarter because I'm not that good. Now,
yeah, and I'm going to even help you out here because, yep, there we go.
I stole that from your son.
Oh, there you go.
He had already marked them out.
Yeah, there you go. He's already on
He's got my back.
3 no good. 42-19 is the score after a made free throw on the other end.
Now you just got to promise me that your kids won't yell at me when I mess up a name or give somebody credit for the wrong thing. But
nope, you're good. You like I said, you might have my seniors' parents listening in Florida, or watching in Florida. But other than that, I think you'll be all right.
I apologize in advance. That was a nice backdoor cut.
It's a rebound, a jump ball situation. Harley Arnold and Plinkovic. She's a freshman as well. They've been playing quite a bit. Those 2 freshmen have gotten good minutes tonight. We talk about the good minutes, and there's the other freshman with the steal, Mankin, and she gets it off. Bucket no good. Plinkovic to Torres. Torres into the corner. Now going to bring it up with 2:30 to go. 42-19 the score. 3 ball on the way by Emily. No good. Rebound Mankin. She goes up. No good. And we'll have 2 shots with a 42-19 score. 2:25 to go here in this one.
Yeah, Mankin's getting some really good minutes. I mean, these are going to be quality minutes that are going to help them in the next 2 rounds, regardless of who they play. So, a little bit of pressure here. Not a whole lot up big, but
first free throw is good. 43-19 is the score. 1 more to go here.
Schuster and Brumley obviously lead this squad, but it's hard for 2 players to carry a team all the way to a championship. If you're going to do that, you're going to need some bench and some role players to come through for you.
And that's where, I understand. You know that because you built from the ground up, and same thing with me building at Chilhowie. I knew we lost 5 seniors last year, and one who was one of the 5 guys that was an all-tournament team member last year in this tournament. And the thing about it is, even if some of these guys that I've got now don't start in a couple of years, they've got that valuable experience to be a role player, a guy I need 3 or 4 points or 3 or 4 rebounds off the bench come future years with some of the talent that we have out there. So that's what I see. I see that light at the end of the tunnel. I'm like, gosh, it's going to be nice. So they get that experience.
I tell my girls that all the time. Not everyone can start, and depending on the game, you never know foul troubles, you never know injuries, you never know the sort of things that you can't control. That you got to be ready. And your number may get called when you're least expecting it. So anytime you can get them minutes on the floor and they can do things a little bit outside of their comfort zone, it helps. So this will come back to help them, maybe not in this tournament, but in this year for sure.
Absolutely. Get out on the wing. Thought about the jumper. Kicks it out top. Little dribble drive. No good. Should have been a travel, but they're not going to call it.
Yeah, not with 1:16 left.
Well, I thought it was a great heads-up play. It was the first game of the day, and it was Wilcutt for Miami. He lost the handle, and he knew if he grabbed that, he was like, grab the ball.
Yeah, because he knew if he grabbed it, he got possession of that, they were going to be a turnover, and I thought that was pretty heads-up too. He's turned into be a good ball player too. He's grown. He
has, and, he had a great tournament here last year.
Yes, he did.
And I thought, with Duesenberry that came back in for them, but, Duesenberry was his first game action after the broken foot, and Wilcutt really had to be the leader of that team last year.
Kind of carried them last year.
It really did, and so, but, again, we talk about those situations. Now that he had to do that, they're much better off this year.
Makes it easier now that you've done it already. And then Duesenberry's back, so, you don't have to be the man. You can just be a nice solid piece of the puzzle, too.
That'll be a foul, I believe, on Julia Ashby. And the free throw line. These girls in their long hair, they block the number.
I know.
And then I'm the Kip girls.
I was just going to say that.
They were all
Not
long.
only were they really long with different colors and it kind of clashed on their jerseys, and I'm over there trying to do a scouting report, and I can't figure out who's what number, and I can only imagine calling it.
Olivia Farmer at the free throw line for Lutheran here.
Coach Pullman told me, he's like, our goal is just to score 30, so he can be happy. He got 43 on the board.
I told Coach Harris, I said, you better go in Thursday. I said, because I don't want to play you until I have to play you in conference season. So we'll see how this week turns out. I'm looking forward to a couple of possible matchups we might have, though, in the tournament today. And I want my kids, too, to be able to experience the best. So we're playing as the 8 seed against the 1 seed. And JoJo is one of the best players in this tournament. And they need to be able to see that, and they can learn how to play against a big. Because if we do lose this game, guess what? We got another big coming up Thursday.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're not going to get you're actually going to get bigger on Thursday. So, no, I think, JoJo is a solid player. I think he has a really good chance to be an all-state player this year. His shooting percentage is through the roof. I think last year he finished at like 72% from the field, and it's only getting better every game. So it'll be a good test for you guys. But, that I didn't think about that. No matter if you do lose that one, you're going to get another big on Thursday. So might as well get used to it.
Well, and, we're always going to be the smallest team on the floor, but then they can learn. I got a 6'2", almost 6'3" kid that's got a big body. I want him to start understanding how to play against those bigger guys and be physical with them. So it'll be a good matchup for us in the contest. So see how it goes. 10.7 to go in this one, 43-19. This one's about in the books. As soon as this one's over, we'll give you our player of the game, our Rise player of the game. And, that's something that we're going to do new this year. It's awesome. We'll be able to give a player of the tournament that let the coaches vote on. I think will be awesome, kind of something to add to it a little bit.
Well, we talked about that last year. You could have made an all-conference team out of just the freshmen that played on the girls' side of this tournament last year.
Absolutely. So final score 43-19 it is. And let me run through the score by quarters for you real quick. Do my math real fast. Lutheran led 10-2 after one. They outscore them 14-3 in the second, lead at 24-5 at halftime. A 14-11 third quarter culminates with a 38-16 Lutheran lead, and a 7-3 fourth quarter makes it 43-19 final score. Schuster is our Rise player of the game, as she had 15 in the ball game unofficially, and that is our Rise player of the game. Stay tuned at the end of the tournament. As we were just talking about, we will have our Rise boys player of the tournament and Rise girls player of the tournament, our 4T's Rise boys and girls player of the tournament. So we're going to take a breather. I'm going to talk to Coach off the air a little bit, let him go get his girls ready and do a little advanced scouting, I'm sure, as well. So
hope to be playing the winner of this next one. So
we will have that going on. We'll be back in just a little bit. Your final score, 43-19.